If you're under 40 and you're gaining weight, especially in your stomach, even though you're eating healthy, working out, and seemingly doing everything right, there's a good chance that you're missing three critical pieces that are keeping you stuck at the same weight. And I'm going to tell you exactly what they are in the next 10 minutes. I'm Andrea, and I spent the last 20-ish years figuring out how to achieve my weight and body composition goals the hard way. And boy, have things gotten even tougher in my 40s. And now I'm going to share with you what I've learned. So let me guess. You're eating salads, you're skipping meals or certain foods to be good, you're choosing low-fat and non-fat everything, you're doing cardio, going for walks 4 to 5 times a week, maybe you've even cut carbs or tried intermittent fasting. You should be losing weight, and yet your stomach is getting softer, your clothes are getting tighter, you look at photos and you think, who is that? And the worst part, you feel like you'd have to literally stop eating altogether to see any changes. I have been exactly where you are, and I need you to hear this. You are most likely doing many things right, but your body is just responding to you executing the wrong strategy. Because here's what we start to figure out in our 40s. So much of what worked for us in our 20s and 30s doesn't just stop working after 40, it actually starts working against us. So let's talk about what's actually happening in your body after 40 and why eating healthy and doing the same workouts or activity routine just isn't enough anymore. Missing piece one, you're losing muscle and no one told you why it matters. Starting in our 30s, we lose an average of 3 to 8% of muscle mass every decade if we don't actively work to keep it. It's called sarcopenia and it's age-related muscle loss. And here's why that matters. Muscle is your metabolism. Every pound of muscle burns 5 to 7 calories just by existing. So when you lose muscle, your body literally needs less food to maintain your weight. That's why you can eat the same exact way you did 5 years ago, and suddenly you cannot lose weight and you're gaining weight. It's not that your metabolism just broke, it's literally that you have less metabolically active tissue. And here's the kicker. Cardio doesn't build muscle. Restricting food doesn't build muscle. So if that's all you're doing, you're losing everything that keeps your metabolism running healthy. Missing piece two, you're not eating enough, especially protein. Okay, this is a hard pill to swallow, but stay with me. If you've been eating healthy by restricting calories, skipping meals, going low fat or no fat, low carb, your body is likely adapted. It's called metabolic adaptation or adaptive thermogenesis. Your body is so smart. When you're consistently under eating, it slows down to match your intake. It lowers your thyroid output, reduces your fidgeting, makes you feel tired so you move less. It's protecting you from what it thinks is famine. And that's why you feel like you'd literally have to stop eating altogether to lose weight, because your body has downregulated to survive on less. Here's what I learned the hard way. I spent 20 years eating 1,200 calories or less, doing hours of cardio, and in my late 30s, I got stuck. I was soft, tired, miserable. When I made the switch and finally started eating 2,000 plus calories and lifting weights, that's when everything changed. I got leaner, stronger, healthier, more energetic, and I literally felt alive and like myself again. You don't need to eat less. You need to eat enough and eat the right things, which brings me to protein. After 40, you need more protein than you did in your 20s, not less. Protein is not only to build muscle, it's to preserve it. It keeps your metabolism high, it helps keep you full, it helps you recover from workouts, and most women are not eating enough. If you're eating 60 to 80 grams of protein per day, unless you weigh 110 pounds, you are underfueling your body. You should be aiming for closer to 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight or goal weight. Yes, that may seem like a lot, but like anything, you get used to it, especially when you start to drop weight a little bit easier. Missing piece three, your hormones are shifting and your strategy needs to shift with them. Let's talk about what we're all experiencing. Perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. Your estrogen is declining, and that affects where your body stores fat. And unfortunately, it loves to store it in your midsection now. It also affects muscle mass, your insulin activity, and your stress response. So if you're using the same approach you use at 30, it's like trying to use a flip phone today in 2025. The technology has evolved. But here's the good news. When you eat enough, prioritize protein, and strength train consistently, you can absolutely build muscle, lose fat, and feel and look incredible in your 40s and beyond. It's not too late. You just need a different plan. So if you're sitting here thinking like, okay, Andrea, I get it, but what do I actually do? I've got you. Here's the thing, the solution depends on your metabolism type, because what works for an underfueled metabolism won't work for an overstressed metabolism. If you're following advice that wasn't designed for your body, you'll keep spinning your wheels. That's why I created a free metabolism quiz. In just 2 minutes, you'll discover which of the 4 metabolism types you have, the number one mistake keeping you stuck, and your personalized plan to fix it. Here's what I want you to know. You are not too late. You have not missed your window. You are not too old. And you do not have to accept decline as inevitable as you age. I competed as a bikini bodybuilder at age 40, and now at 44, I'm in the best shape of my life because I finally learned what my body actually needed and I nurtured that. And if I can do it in my 40s after 20 years of doing literally everything wrong, you absolutely can too. Your strongest chapter is ahead of you, not behind you. So grab that quiz, I will link it below, and find your metabolism type. And if you like this kind of video, hit subscribe because this is episode 1 of a 6-part series where I'm breaking down exactly what works for women over 40. Next week, I'm sharing my transformation story, how I got in the best shape of my life in my 40s. After that, we're tackling cardio, protein, strength training, nutrition, and more on why your metabolism is keeping you stuck. So you won't want to miss it. I'll see you next week.